If you want to hear me talk about myself, make sure you stick around because this video is all about me. Your questions will be answered. Hey guys, it's Amanda. I'm an American living in the UK, so I post about my life and experiences living here, as well as weekly reactions requested by all of you. Now, I'm going to do something different today because I want to celebrate over 75,000 subscribers, which is incredible. I never thought I would ever have this many people who like my videos. So thank you. But I've had so many personal questions since starting YouTube, so I thought, what the heck? Let's answer some of them. Number 1, where are you from? So I'm from the East Coast of the States, Pennsylvania. It's beautiful, especially in the fall. Honestly, it's stunning. All the leaves turn lovely reds and yellows and oranges. It's actually one of the things I miss the most about PA. However, my favorite thing about this question is the response that I occasionally get when I say Pennsylvania, which is, isn't that where the vampires live? Which I suppose Pennsylvania and Transylvania do sound quite similar, but I always do get a little chuckle out of it. Number 2, was it hard getting used to driving on the right side of the road? To be honest, no, not really. However, I did find learning manual incredibly tricky as I only ever drove automatic. So I actually had to take driving lessons, which was crazy. I haven't done that since I was like 15. Oh, and occasionally I do get into the wrong side of the car, so there's that as well. Number 3, do you feel safer without guns? Short answer, yes. I think it prevents a lot of accidents, and then the schools are a lot safer. However, even though I've never personally owned a gun, I'm not against them. Most people I know have them because growing up in a family of hunters, it was just commonplace. But I know people feel very strongly on either side of the gun debate, and I absolutely respect that, so I'll leave it there. Number 4, do you speak any languages? I took a couple of years of Spanish back in high school. However, I never really retained any of it because the teacher made it so incredibly boring. But I've always wanted to pick it back up. So I've actually started using Rosetta Stone, and this video has been made in collaboration with them. All I had to do was pick the language that I wanted to learn, and the plan was created for me. Easy peasy. But one of the main concerns I've always had was having the time to do it. But the lessons are only 30 minutes per day. So I wake up, make a cup of tea, and do it before the girls are even out of bed. To be honest, they are one of the reasons why I wanted to take up a language again in the first place. I think learning any foreign language is important. I want to enrich my girls' lives as it could open up career opportunities or just make traveling abroad more enjoyable for them. But also for myself. I love the idea of traveling and being able to have a conversation with a local in their language. So my goal is to teach the girls as I'm learning so we can all do it together. But I know what you're thinking. Why Rosetta Stone? For me personally, it's the app. It makes learning so accessible. You could practice anywhere. Public transport, in bed, while you're making tea. It is a game changer. Not to mention, the app itself is brilliant. It's easy to use, and the lessons themselves are so engaging and enjoyable. I love the fact that they break it down into categories like vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, etc., because it doesn't get boring. Sometimes you're listening, sometimes you're reading, and sometimes you're speaking. The speaking bit is a lot of fun because it has a speech recognition feature that tells you if you are saying it wrong or not. Do you know what? It would actually be so much easier if I just show you. All right, so let me quickly bring the app up here. So like I was saying earlier, it kind of gives you different categories. This one's speaking, review what you've already done, grammar, etc. But I'm going to show you the speech recognition part. So let me get on here. Oh, let me just bring this down so you can hear it.
El coche es rojo.
El coche es rojo.
Los coches son rojos.
Los coches son rojos. See? Look at that. is it too early to say I'm fluent? But it's a great feature. It really does help. So if you aren't saying it correctly, you just repeat it. So then you don't continually say the wrong thing over and over again. It teaches you what you're saying and how to say it. I genuinely never thought learning another language would be fun, but I actually look forward to the lessons. So whether you're going traveling, taking on a new job, or just have always wanted to learn a new language, I cannot recommend Rosetta Stone enough. Click the link in the description box for this exclusive discount. You'll get a lifetime subscription for £174.50 instead of £349. And if for any reason you're unhappy with the service, there's a 30-day refund, so you've got nothing to lose. Invest in yourself. You won't be disappointed. Number 5. What do your tattoos mean? To be honest, most of them I just chose on the day because I thought they looked cool. Now, I have a few for family, but other than that, there's no real story. Sorry, I know that's really boring, but that's just how it is. Number 6. How do you like living here? I have a wonderful family and friends. I absolutely love my life here. I love it so much, I actually made a whole video about it. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description. But let's just say I feel so fortunate to be a part of an incredible country filled with wonderful people. Number 7. My favorite ice cream. That's a tough one. Chunky Monkey or Cherry Garcia. Although sadly, the last time I had it was in Brighton a few years ago. I cannot seem to find Cherry Garcia anywhere. So if you can point me in the direction of where I can get it, let me know in the comments. I will forever love you. Number 8. How long have you lived here? Well, I don't know exactly, but it's been over 10 years, and I still cannot believe it's been that long. Time flies. When you're having fun. Number 9. Do you visit home often? To be honest, I haven't been home since, the pandemic. But before that, we usually tried to go home at least once a year. Number 10. I could never move away. Don't you miss your family? Of course I do. I have a huge family, plus I'm one of 4 siblings, so video chat really helps with that. I usually talk to them multiple times a week, especially around the holidays. Talk to them loads. And they're always sending me boxes of really great stuff, like treats and clothes that I like and things that I just can't get here. So I have a little bit of home with me. Number 11. Have you noticed your accent changed? I actually get asked this all the time, and the short answer is no. I knew that I started saying different words, like rubbish instead of trash, or lovely instead of awesome. But I never really noticed my English/American mashup until I started making YouTube videos, and people started pointing it out that I drop my T's and I say certain words very English. Number 12. Does your family make fun of your accent? Yes, they do. They are always poking fun at me, especially my mom and my sisters. And it's not just words I say, but how I say them. Honestly, when I'm on the phone with them, multiple times, oh, that's so lovely, Amanda. Obviously, they're just doing it in good fun. But yes, they do. Number 13. Do you like British food? Is this even a question? Yes, it's delicious. Full English, roast dinner, eat mess, black pudding. There's so many things. Yes, I love the food here. I think it is fantastic. Although I do think Americans do a slightly better barbecue. Number 14. What brought you here? Well, I met my partner on Instagram, of all places, completely by accident. We ended up getting married, have kids, and now we're living a crazy, busy, incredible life that I honestly would not trade for the world. Number 15. Do you get a lot of weirdos or nasty comments? Not that many. Of course, you always get rude people no matter what you do in life. And yes, I'll get comments sometimes telling me, "Go home, you loud, annoying yank." Or, "Oh, your tattoos are so awful. They're so ugly. Why would you do that to yourself?" But that's just normal stuff. However, generally, everyone is so nice, and I learn loads from you guys in the comments with the conversations that I have with you, which I really appreciate. Number 16. What's your favorite animal? That is a tough one. A giraffe? Or maybe a hippo, actually. I fell in love with hippos. We took a safari in Gondwana. It was amazing. There was hippos everywhere. And I loved them. Don't know why. So, yeah. My favorite animal is a hippo. Number 17. Would you ever move back to the US? At the moment, no. We have built a great life here, and if I'm being completely honest, the US is a bit mad at the minute. There's so much going on over there that I don't even want to get into. So it's safe to say you're stuck with me for the foreseeable future. Number 18. What's your favorite music? I love all types of music. I enjoy going to live gigs, and I've seen some of my favorite bands here, like Rise Against and Every Time I Die, which were incredible. I crowd surfed. Was it terrifying? Absolutely. But afterwards, honestly, I loved it. It was the coolest feeling. If you haven't done it, you need to try it. Just go for it. Just jump off. But I also secretly enjoy listening to country music, which I quickly realized is not enjoyed here in the UK. There are no country stations. I mean, I can't imagine why. Who doesn't like a little bit of Taylor Swift or Luke Bryan? I'll never know. Number 19. What does your partner do? This probably will not shock you, but he's a tattooist. I've always loved them, but I only had 3 until we met. And I have to admit, my family had quite the shock when I went home to visit. I had a few and came home with loads. But fortunately, they all absolutely loved them, and they even made my grandma go out and get her first tattoo on her forearm, which was pretty cool. Number 20. How do you like the NHS? This is an easy one, and I know many of you already know this, but I love it. I'm incredibly grateful for it as it saved my life. I love it so much that I've also made a whole video on that. So if you'd like to check it out, I'll put a link in the description for you. Number 21. What was the hardest thing about moving? I guess apart from the obvious, just missing family and friends. It was just the unknown of it. Everything was so new and so different. But at the same time, I suppose that's why it was so exciting. Like, I would say or do things that weren't said or done here, usually to end up embarrassed or someone explaining something to me. But everything was fascinating. Like, I remember the first time I came to London. I'm not even joking. I spent the whole entire time just staring up. The architecture and the buildings, everything was just so beautiful. Shakespeare's Globe, like, I was just taking it all in. I probably was definitely that annoying tourist that everybody can't stand, but I love it. I love it here. And I think moving to a different country just opens up. Just opens you up to so many wonderful new things. And that sounds silly, but yeah. Yes, it was difficult, but I'm so glad I did it. So I feel like I've been talking about myself for a long time. So I'm going to stop there. But if you have other questions and would like me to do a part 2, please just let me know in the comments. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I know I got so many questions about my tattoos. So I might actually do a separate video on that. So if you have anything that you'd like to ask, put that in the comments as well. And before I go, I just wanted to quickly remind you again about Rosetta Stone. Honestly, I encourage you to click the link in the description box for that exclusive discount.
You'll get that lifetime subscription for £174.50 instead of £349. And if for any reason you're unhappy with the service, there's a 30-day refund. Join me on this journey. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And as always, if you haven't already, Please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and I'll see you in the next video.